I want to know what your view is, or the comparison between drag racing and roll racing.
It's a bit like competing at the Olympics, and then you've got the Special Olympics. Like I had a twin turbo Lambo that's still the quickest Lambo in Australia, and I've got obviously the 32 GTR.
Wait, quickly, which one do you like better?
I love my RBs, right?
There we go.
That's what we wanted to hear.
But the perf was
1,000,000% the RB sounds better. There is not a doubt in anyone's mind.
I'm content.
If anybody thinks that a 2J sounds better than RB, they're a dickhead.
The fast life, the fast living. They see the ambition, they know I'm past driven. Look, we are not the same, this is not a game. I've been swerving through the city in and out of lanes. Yeah, cause if I see it, then I want it, then you better know I got it. Ain't no options, I'm about to do the damn thing. I'm an outlaw, you can never catch me. I'm in first place, you can never. These are the moments, only got one life. This is
All right, guys, welcome back to episode 30 of That's Racing. Today's a special episode for me because we talk about something that I hold dearly to my heart, and that's drag racing. And what better way to do it with John Ricca and Paul Mouhayet here to talk about their recent success, but more importantly, talk to us about their drag racing endeavours. And Paul, you've got a lot of accolades under your belt in the drag racing world, and John Ricca, the fastest man with a screw-blown Hemi, in the world. So
it's pretty crazy to think, isn't it?
yeah, man, and we're sitting next to you, so what an honour and a privilege.
Well, welcome, guys. Welcome to the podcast, and thanks for coming on.
Boys.
We appreciate it.
Herman, you're back.
I'm back. These guys are trying to make me permanent.
Part of the furniture.
Well, someone needed to mediate.
Today I feel like I'm you. I'm wearing the bright colours and you're in the black. How'd that happen?
Well, we can't both be special.
Yeah, well, I guess so. I guess so. So, Johnny, talk to us.
Where did it all begin? Like, how did you get into racing? Where did it all start for you?
Not sure, really. Like, I've sort of been into cars from my old man and my uncle. They were always tinkering about and doing bits and pieces. And then I think when I was about 16, I bought my first car, and it just all sort of started from there. And
What was your first car?
I had a VP Commodore, like a ex-cop car, 5 litre. And I bought and sold that before I was 18, and I think I had 2 or 3 cars before I was even 18. And yeah, then I think when I just turned 18, I built a VH Commodore, and that ran like an 1120 back in 2002 or something like that. Like, it was way back.
That's fast.
And
back then.
for back then,
That's
it was,
fast.
straight avgas. And
That's right, I remember
Avgas, I haven't had that in a while.
Avgas days. Yeah.
It's usually like, it's like the
What's
E85 of...
Avgas was...
You used to go to like Bankstown Airport.
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
C16 it was called, I think.
No,
Aviation
C16
fuel, yeah.
was...
Aviation fuel.
It was aviation fuel, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we used to use back in
it
the
was like 100 octane or something
100
like that.
octane, yeah.
That's it.
So yeah, it just sort of stemmed from back then, and then progressed to sort of where we are now. It's sort of been maybe the last 6 years it's really taken a step in the really quick spot where we are. But
What made
Yeah.
you go so hard, though? I mean, it's to be a racer and enjoy it, to go and take out records in a very fast car with 5,000 horsepower. I mean, that's more than the average stepping it up. You know?
yeah, so like I've had, I've always had 6 cylinders and been into my VLs from, I don't know, probably around 2010. I think I ran like an 850 or something back then, and then just slowly went from there. Like, I built another VL that went 8.0 in like 2015, and then in 2019, I think it was, I went over to the States to crew with Jared Wood with the red Mustang that he had back then, the TKM Mustang. And I said, look, if there's a car over there that runs 450s, 470s, I'll buy it, something sort of cheapish. And then when I landed over there, he goes, why don't you buy this? He had something else lined up, and I ended up getting in that car. So that car had been 383 at 205 to the 8th on radials with him. And I bought that it was March 2019. And then we flew back over in October 2019 and raced at No Mercy. I can't remember which one it was. It might have been like No Mercy 12. I think it was 10 actually. No, Mercy 10.
So the latest one was sort of a trip down memory lane for you.
It was, yeah. So it was the first time, actually racing in an event in the States since 2019.
Pre-COVID and all that.
Exactly, yeah. So I was new to, I went from, my VL had only been like a 5.0 to the 8th, and I went from a 5.0 to jumping in the Mustang, and I think the first pass I did went 4.35, and then the second pass went at 4.11. So
What setup was in that car?
I had a 4.8 Hemi with twin 102mm precisions.
So 4.8 Hemi is in a Noonan?
It was like Brad Block Noonan heads.
Okay.
520 odd cube
Auto?
deal, auto, turbo 400, 2-speed.
I only found out today Noonan's an Aussie.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm learning.
Yeah, so they're Aussies. They're based over in Georgia somewhere, I think. And
Doing really well.
So that car
They
there, Ricca, is that the car that you ended up having that accident, the fire accident in?
yeah, so there's been a few things over the years, but
Because I've seen footage of a car that you were driving and it was
yeah,
like engulfed in flames, and you pretty much still
yeah,
steered it all the way to the end.
yeah. So we brought that car.
What happened there? Run us through that.
So it was that same car. We brought it back to Australia, and the first event we raced at was, so No Mercy was in October in 2019. So 2020, just before COVID hit, we raced at Sydney Dragway, and it was the first time I really, sort of raced properly and felt comfortable. We ended up going to the final, and we were in the final. We were against Perry Bullivant in the Corvette that he had, the C7, and the fuel cap was left off. So
Who left it off?
Ryan.
it was just
It doesn't matter.
it was just one of those things that get overlooked, and I can guarantee that won't happen ever again. But so fuel cap got left off.
Do you have
and
a sneaking suspicion? Just so we can give him shit next time we
It's
see him.
Manny or Ryan, I guarantee.
it wasn't either of them.
Was it
So-
Andy? Andy.
Hey,
Andy?
No, it wasn't Andy either. So we'll just leave it at that. But
So you know who it was?
so the
No. We can't go to the next point until you tell us who it was.
so the fuel was coming out
You're
of the.
not answering the question, mate. Who was it?
I'm not answering it. So no, it's not happening. So they're no longer on our crew. But
Wow, they got fired.
not through that, it just
Was
the
Ashraf
crew we've
around?
got now moves on.
No,
Maybe we'll just blame
crew chief.
Ashraf.
What was your reaction at that point, though?
So I let go of the button, and I was way out on him, and it was the final, and I got to maybe the 3:30, and the thing just lit up. It blew the windows out.
I mean, we laugh about
Crazy
it
to
now.
watch,
Yeah,
man.
it was.
Maybe we'll insert that video.
I've never seen it either. This is the first time I hear about it.
It's
Just
crazy.
didn't win. It
Crazy.
It blew the windows out. I couldn't see where I was going, and the pass before that went like a 396, so it was moving, and I could just see out of the top corner of the window. I could see the time boards.
Yeah.
And I just kept my foot flat. I didn't want to get off it until the end. The car stalled anyway, but I was just going. And then once I seen the boards go up, it just went yeah.
Did you win?
And I put the chutes out and pulled it over, and then all the
Much damage?
fireys come over. The window net was completely gone. It burnt all my door straps, all the wiring, fuel lines.
Did you win the race?
Done a fair bit of damage. No, I can run her up.
Still came runner up on fire.
Just I was close, huh?
Just so it was like a few thousandths of a second. In that, so, but
Crazy footage.
We need to find out who it was.
yeah.
We need to do those investigations and find out. We will.
We don't know who exactly it was.
We'll
there was a
find out
couple of
for you.
guys that were involved in the filling of the fuel
Just
tank.
let it go.
Yeah, just let it go.
We'll find out for you. Well, no, you know who it was because you couldn't say.
Then COVID come along and
Manny's
and locked it
coughing,
all
he knows
down,
who it is.
and
It's Manny.
we parked the car up for 12 months, and then I think later that year, Queensland was open. They were able to race, so I sent the car up to Queensland and let Jared race it at Kenda up there, and he did pretty well with it.
Is that the same car that Manny bought off you?
Yeah, so Manny's got that car now.
Oh, he
Yep.
still got it?
Yep.
How
And
did
he's
he
still
go with
got
it?
So
You don't want to know.
you don't want to know. So
So then the new car happened.
No, Camaro.
A Camaro in between.
So then, through COVID, we bought a Pro Mod roller from over in Perth, and then we put the running gear from the Mustang into the Pro Mod, and we got that all ready, and we took that out, and the quickest we went in that was a 375 at 212 mile an hour, I think it went, to the 8th on radials.
What was the decision to go from the first car to then the Camaro? Was it just
The theory of evolution.
Yeah, so we just wanted something lighter, something longer, something that...
so pretty much the car tapped out? Like as
Yeah, look, it's difficult, especially with radials, short wheelbase, trying to keep the front down, car wheeling, all that sort of stuff. Yeah, so we decided to, go to that car was still a car. Like it was from Ford, and then obviously had a back half in it, and it still had factory rails in it, like front rails and shocker points and all that stuff, where going to the Pro Mod was a far more superior car. We ran that for a few years. We had a few mishaps in that. We had a tail shaft explode and go through the windscreen, and
I remember that in Sydney.
Window. Yeah, that was at Sydney.
Tender.
So, yeah.
Everyone was sort of thrashing to assist you in getting it sorted and built, but I think you ended up having the wrong... Well, no one had the output shaft. The yoke.
Shaft. Yeah, so no one had the yoke. So I think most door slammers and that with Liberties in Australia have
32 spline.
31
instead of
spline.
35.
35.
We needed 35 and no one had one. So, yeah, it was unfortunate, but we had a good run with that car too.
Didn't you have that grey one in between? That ugly
Yeah, we
thing?
bought the Firebird.
That-
That was bought to run in that No Prep Kings when all that happened. I know where you're going to go with this, so stop.
Where are you going?
He'll bring it up himself.
He's obviously shit stirring.
So we ran that in No Prep Kings, and we come runner up to Burnsy at Sydney, and we won in Melbourne, which was good. We had a good run. We raced Robin Roberts and that, but they were just too quick for
Was
us.
that before the door flew off or after?
So the door flew off at Sydney Dragway in testing.
Yep.
That was interesting.
Why'd it fly off?
It's tyre shake, so it shook.
Geez, your crew seem to forget a lot of things, mate. Glad you got Paul on board now, man. You don't forget nothing now.
It just shook. It shook the tyres, and it jumped off the hinge, and the zoomies got under it and just blew the door off. So that was Pro Charge, had the Pro line, MH5, I think.
You done good at that no prep, I remember.
Yeah, it was.
Was a farm truck involved as well?
It was all right. Yeah. So farm truck,
Do you need someone to promote those guys from here?
and there it is.
What are we missing? We're missing something, obviously. What are we missing?
Let me explain this.
So, the day when the door blew off the Firebird, I also had the grey Lambo back then. So we went roll racing with it over at the Motorsports Park, and I broke the transmission. Second pass, I took off in first. Precision told me not to take off in first because it had a standard transmission, but I had Koval next to me, and and he's giving me the scissors. I'm like, I'm taking off in first, and it smashed, right? The green Lambo was sitting there, and I'm like, I really want it. So can we work out a deal? So we ended up working out a deal. We rolled up to the racetrack at Sydney for Street Outlaws, and farm trucks there, carrying on and doing what they do, smack talking. And I'd never driven the green car.
How was that
at
lunch?
all.
In the car? I wasn't even there.
I'd never sat in that car, but we pretty much had a deal done. So I rang Ashraf and I said, can you bring the car down so I can chop this nugget truck, right? And he's like, all right, no problem. So he brings it down.
Like he was standing still.
He was, he didn't take off.
have you seen the farm truck? Oh man, we got to insert footage of that
Yeah,
farm truck.
insert.
Insert footage of that race. Forget the farm truck.
Yeah, chuck that in.
He brings me, he goes, bring the car down. I need to race this truck. I go, I'll see you soon. Rocked up. I go, John, you're all good? He goes, yeah. I go, here's the keys. I'm going. I go, make sure you win. Get a video. The farm truck was half track before he took off.
So what happened was, hear me out, right?
Just for a rerun.
I did. They wouldn't race me again. They seen me how quick I was reeling them in, and they didn't want any part of it. But anyway, I'd never sat in the car before, so my grey one had 60,000 Ks on it. It was well used. So with the green car, it only had like 12,000 Ks on it or something. So the problem was I wasn't pushing the brake pedal hard enough to engage the launch control. So the car never launched. So I had to drive.
But the funniest part is in the pits, it worked. At the start line, it didn't work.
It didn't work. So I didn't push it hard enough.
Yeah,
In the pits, it
that's
was
very
fine.
normal.
But I literally jumped in the car. I two-stepped it in the pits. I drove to the start line and I had to race. I'd never driven the car, never sat in it or anything. So anyway, he beat me, all right? But the way I look at it is, he was still the owner of the car at that point. So that reflects back on you.
True.
I hired a shit driver.
So anyway, it was still in your name. It was still your car. So you're taking the loss.
I'll cop the losses as long as you know you were driving.
Yeah.
So fast forward to now.
So fast forward to now. So I was building the blue 34 GDR that Croydon ran the 690 in.
Which
George's
is
car.
Warzilla.
Warzilla. So
Beautiful car.
Yeah, it's unreal. So I built that car from nothing, from a standard car with Croydon.
Yep.
To the point where it was on the dyno. And then George rang me and said, I want the car. And I said, I don't want to sell the car. And he goes, I want the car. And I said, I don't want to sell the car. Anyway, we got a deal done, and he gave me the Supra that he had, that Paul built.
Paul Super. It's a hot potato, that thing at the moment.
Yeah, so he gave me that.
Did
and
you
we
ever
worked out
ask him why he wanted the car?
He wanted to run a 6.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Conveniently.
That car was turnkey pretty much. So they didn't.
It needed to be tuned.
Yep.
It needed a few little bits and pieces, but
Pretty much done.
yeah, most of it was done. So, yeah, I was
There's a lot of selling cars at one dyno session and then it's gone. It'd be the hardest time to part with a
Oh,
car.
100%, because the hardest part is building the car.
These guys swap cars like that. They're like their Datsun 120 watts. So it doesn't matter.
So I got the Supra, and I got something else off George, and then the next day Rob found out that we had done a deal, Rob Marjan, and he's like, I want the Supra. And I'm like, I don't want to get rid of the Supra. I just got rid of my baby that I've been building for 3 years to get this killer Supra. Like I want it. I want to drive it. I want to enjoy it. All right, no worries. Then he rings me back again. I want the Supra. And he goes, I'll give you this, and that. Offered me, a few deals. I'm like, nah, sorry, man. I want to keep the Supra. Rang me back the next day. Offered me another deal. I'm like, nah. Then rang me like the day after, like 3 days after the deal I did with George.
Persistent.
And
Yeah.
yeah, and then he goes, he sent me a photo of the black car, the Camaro that we have now. And I'm like, I just wrote back, now you got my attention. And then he rang and he goes, all right, let's do a deal with this. So we did a deal. He took the Supra and another 34 GDR that I had. And
So if we just take a step back, because I think a lot of the viewers probably wouldn't know this. So Rob was building the Camaro that you now
Rob built
own?
it with Paul and with Proline.
Yeah, okay.
So he was building it for what, 18 months, was it? You
Yeah,
guys?
probably 18 months. We bought it as a roller. And
That was
then
Nesloni's old car, yeah?
it was Nesloni's old car, yeah. I won the Midwest Pro Mod Championship.
Yep.
So he bought that car off Proline, and then he's like, what do you want to put in it? I said, let's put a screw blown Hemi in it. So we organised to put MH7 screw blower on it. As everybody that drag races knows, you can't buy a PSI screw blower. Doesn't matter how much money you got in your pocket, so we had to wait for a blower to come. Lucky for us that Proline had already ordered 5 blowers 2 years prior, so we got one of them. Just about had it finished. It was at RK's getting some fab work done, and then Rob rings me and he goes, I need to come see you. Okay, is everything all right? He's like, yeah, I need to come see you. And I'm like, this is odd. Rob just talks on the phone. And then he comes to my shop on Monday and gives me this. I swapped this for that, and George has now got this, and I'm like, he's blown me out.
And now I've got your Supra.
What's happening? He's like, listen, ring John Ricca, he's got the Camaro now.
And that's how it happened.
I stayed involved with it, and we got it finished, and
Yeah, so I think after we did the deal, it was only like 5 weeks later, we flew over to the States and tested it.
So he had finished it, basically.
it was just about
was
finished.
pretty much
I
done.
think pipes had to be made.
So every car you guys has done a deal on was just about finished, and no one
And
drove
then
it.
Pretty much.
Race ready.
Literally, we rocked up the Pro line, bolted it on Fueltex dyno when we were all there, ran it up on the dyno, and then did we test straight away after? We did, didn't we?
The next day.
Yeah, next day we unbolted it and went to start testing at Indy.
We drove
What power did it make?
8 hours to India.
It made 3,500, I think.
It was hot. It was like 40 degrees that day. The air was terrible, and
Didn't
with the
wanna push
blower
it.
cars, like it effects them.
We literally only
big time,
made 2-3 pulls.
Yeah.
Is there footage of that on the Proline?
Yeah,
on
Fuel Tech's website.
On Fuel Tech, sorry. Yeah. We might insert that as well because that was pretty cool when that happened. So, Paul, you pretty much had involvement in that car from the get-go.
Yeah, from the get-go, Rob sort of said to me, the plan was to do exactly what we've done with John, to go over there and race and test and race. And look, I wanted to build the fastest screw-blown suspension car in the world because our mate, John Zappia, had the record. So I said it'd be nice, for a Proline car to try and take that out. So that was why the car was built initially. And obviously, once we went over there with John, we achieved that.
Yeah. So for those that don't know, Paul, which everyone in the drag scene does know, but for some of the viewers that aren't watching, you've obviously been involved in this scene for a very long time and in that space. Just give us a quick rundown on what where that sort of the world started for you.
Same as all you guys started off when we were young, mucking around with street cars and whatever, and then. Michael Moit's my cousin, and he's always been involved in drag racing, and he's like, do you want to build do you want to buy a pro car and we'll go drag racing? I'm like, all right. So that was probably 2013, I think we bought the first pro car. And then we went and raced 10.5 with a twin turbo 481X that made 4,000 horsepower. From there, we were told that because we're turbo guys. Then we built the black car that Greg Mauler owns now. Set the world record for the fastest door car in the world. Went 274 mile an hour with that.
Back to back, right? He's done that back to back, like 2 consecutive years in a row.
I can't remember. I think we had the record for a few years, and then the Arabs with E-Canoe car took it off us.
Okay.
Wasn't that?
How fast did they go?
They went 277.
So is that still the fastest now?
Yes.
So an Arab's the fastest person in the world?
E-Canoe's white Lexus with a twin turbo
That was the
Hemi,
Shane,
I think's in it.
The Shane T involvement.
That's right, yeah. That's been 277.
Did Thing go faster, Moya, or no?
No.
He hasn't?
He went 270.
He got off
it early,
at
yeah.
the 1,000 foot.
Yep. Yeah. And then from there, we were told by a couple of door slammer guys that would never make door slammer.
Challenge accepted.
So challenge accepted, built a door slammer and won 2 championships.
That's what I'm talking about.
2 years back to back, yeah.
That's what I'm talking about, yeah.
And
that's
there,
never been done till date.
Oh, no, it has by other guys.
Now? Because at that time it hadn't. No one had ever won it consecutively.
No, it had. No, Giuseppe won 11 years in a row.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's like he's the king.
Epic.
Yeah, he did 11 years in a row, and then I did back to back, and then it hasn't been done since, I don't think.
Yeah, okay.
And that's my involvement with Proline and why I've had a good relationship with them. I've been with them for a long time.
You've missed a pretty big point there. You were driving.
I was driving, yeah. I was driving.
Forgot that bit.
And how fast?
That part? Do you miss that part of driving in?
Look, I miss the competition. I don't miss the driving just for the sake of driving, testing. I don't really give a shit about time boards or anything. I'm very competitive and I want to drag race.
Yeah.
So if it comes down to, do I miss the competition part of it? Yeah, I do. And I'm driving Gas of Salika, and we've won Jambo and we won Grudge Kings and whatever else. I was driving the Gas of Salika. So I do enjoy the racing part of it. But I like doing what I'm doing with John too. The most frustrating thing for a team manager, tuner, whatever, is when your driver can't give you the same thing every run. When you've got a guy that can do his job, I've worked with Andrew before and John, when they can do their job and repeat, that means I can repeat for him as well. So it plays a really, really big part in whether you're consistent or not, is whether the guy that's driving the car does the same thing every time.
And just on that, Paul, the last thing, how fast did you go when you were driving?
I've been 556 to 74.
And was that a record at the time?
That was a world record, the fastest door car, yeah.
Is there a reason why you stopped driving?
Just because I got involved in tuning
Busy?
more, and I'll end up looking after 2 or 3 cars, and all of a sudden it's like,
crazy,
I've got no time. I built that Supra.
And he's still driving.
So if you think
and
about
I
it, between
legit
these
took it
two
to the track
guys,
and I sold it the day I went to the track because I didn't even have time for my own car.
Yeah,
Is that a hit?
1 hit.
Yeah, one hit.
What do you prefer, 6-cylinder racing
that
or
was my
V8
next
racing?
Nah, man. Listen,
Right out there.
I'm a turbo guy from the get-go, and we set world records with turbo cars. But I'm honest if I say you can't beat a screw-blown car, man. They are out of control.
No,
and they're loud, they're noisy, they're animals.
Forget
They're
the
very
screw blown.
intimidating.
What would you prefer? What platform? A 6-cylinder platform or a V8 platform?
No, the V8 all day.
Yeah? Why?
What's the reasoning?
The reason is,
So I can tell the 6-cylinder boys, like,
You-
wake up.
and look,
He's a 6-cylinder
I'm a
guy.
6-cylinder
Mate, they
guy
go
too, yeah?
fast,
He's a
mate.
6-cylinder guy as well.
I'm a 6-cylinder guy too.
6-cylinder guys telling you that they're shit.
He
No,
didn't say
they're not
that.
shit.
He didn't say
When-
shit.
when
That's
you
what he
work
said.
out-
Look, Bowman, start building V8s, mate.
When you
Don't
work
waste your
out
time.
that a 2J or an RB, and there's no difference between them, are making 500 horsepower per cylinder, make 3,000 horsepower, and you look at what a Hemi makes, a Hemi probably only makes, like a screw-blown Hemi probably only makes 4,000, but it's got 8 cylinders. Do the maths of what it's making per cylinder, and then grab 2 conrods, one out of a Hemi and one out of a 6-cylinder, and you'll have a heart attack because the 6-cylinder one looks like a toothpick.
Is way ahead.
So it's the technology in the 6-cylinder stuff is pretty wild, and yes, they make huge power for what they are. It's a 3.2 litre compared to a 520 cubic inch Hemi.
There it is.
But when you look at Zeta's car then, and that's got twin turbos on it, that thing makes 5,500 horsepower. Now you're talking about how much power a Hemi can make.
Yep.
Yeah.
A screw-blown car doesn't make it
Yeah.
like a turbo car does.
No, but for what it is, a 6-cylinder is impressive.
100%. If you're looking for reliability
Yeah.
and you're looking to go and have fun at drag race,
Yeah.
leave 6 cylinders alone.
What do you think would be more impressive for you if you broke a world record in a V8 Hemi or in a 6-cylinder?
Well, world
Look,
record's a world record.
the 6-cylinder, yeah, but the 6-cylinder thing's a big deal because it's so hard to do. And I'm not saying, not taking anything away from the screw-blown car.
No,
but
100%.
we went to the track and we made, I think, 20 hits in 5 days in your car.
Yep.
And you come across different challenges. The car goes out, lock-up turns on at wheel stands. And then he gets frustrated and starts driving the thing off the wall and is going to barrel roll it. And so you've got to take a step back and slow it down to try and get to the finish line.
Yeah.
And as a tuner and a driver, it's really difficult to get that through your brain that you've got to slow the car down to actually get to the finish line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
And so we did 20 runs in 4 or 5 days, and every run it was a challenge. Nothing was easy.
No.
We went 5:42, and then which is the record, and then we went 5:40 flat, and we were doing backflips because we had the world record. And I said, I want to make one more hit, and it's like midnight, yeah. And Steve Petty, which is Proline, he's like, I've got to go, man. Like, if you're going to make another hit, I've got to go. So I took off to the finish line in the van, pulled the data out while we're towing the car back, and this guy's going, well, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm going to make one more hit. He goes, you're off your head. I just wanted to run a 30. And then that last run, Bradenton's dark. You guys have been there at night. It's dark, man.
Yeah.
So it's really difficult to see. And I said to him, this is it. If it's going to run a 30, it's going to do it. And it went 5:37 at 271 mile an hour.
Epic.
Well,
crazy.
so talk us now through that. So you've gone to America, you've put this plan together to get to get Paul and whoever else involved to get on a plane, go to America in such a short period of time, because you said like from when you purchased the car to when you raced was how long?
5 weeks.
5 weeks.
Five
So
weeks,
you put this plan together and you go to America. What's going through your head? Are you thinking that this is all going to happen? Like, I'm going to go that fast? Or are you like, I'm just going to go test this car and whatever happens, happens? Like, what was the thought process?
I'll be honest, when I bought the car, my goal was to run anywhere in the 550s. So if it went 558, I was over the moon with that. So the first time we took the car out was at Indianapolis, 5 weeks after I bought it, and it went a 553. Around a 553 after, like, it was a brand new car. Like, everything was brand new in it. And we packed up, we went home, we were wrapped. The weather was hot.
Yeah, it was
stinking
putrid.
hot. It was real bad. So we went home and then we made a bit of a plan. All right, let's go back to Bradenton and test. So we went back. When was it? It was before Christmas.
November?
You went for World Cup, didn't you?
November. It was November. So we went back in November. So I think we first tested in August. We went back in November.
Is that at the first event? Was that
No, that was Bradenton testing.
just testing, not import?
Yeah.
What was the first major event that you raced?
Lights
though?
Out.
Lights Out. That's
Radial's
it.
bud.
Yeah, that was the
Radials,
third time
yeah.
we went. So
Okay.
the second time we went was just before Christmas. It was like end of November.
Yep.
And we went to Bradenton because we wanted the better air and
Yep.
we wanted to see, how we could actually push it. And I think we went out and it went a 5:49,
9, maybe?
and then it went a 5:43. And then I had someone from one of the editors from Drag Illustrated message me and said, "Oh, hey there, congrats, I've been watching your journey. I'd just like to let you know that you're a 100th of a second off the screw blown record. So if you can go out and go another 10th." And then we sort of had a bit of a chat about it.
Yeah.
And so we sent it after that.
Oh, it kicked us in the ass.
Yeah,
for probably 3 or 4 days.
Then we struggled. Yeah.
Yeah, look, it was easy to go fast.
Yeah.
To go real fast, it really became a struggle.
Always is, right?
It started kicking us in the ass, tyre shake, wheel standing, trying to work out what the car liked.
Yeah.
And then we worked out what it liked, and
and then we
just had to wait for the conditions to come around, I guess.
So it was expected what the car did, like, but it,
Look, I wouldn't say it was expected because, like, the world record was 5:42, and it's not a world record to sneeze at. Like, it's not like anybody can do it.
yeah, 100%.
So my original mission before John got involved was to build a car that had beat that.
Yeah.
So we sort of had the right engine combo, we had the right supercharger, we had the right car, and I got the right people behind me. And then when we went testing, and John's like, "Man, this thing's fast, eh?" So that's when we sort of like, you know what, let's knuckle down that trip and let's see how fast we can go.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
So then we, I think we went a 5.40, and then the guy from Drag Illustrated messaged me again and said, at that point, I think we went 5.40 at 271, and he said that no supercharged car had ever cracked the 270 mark. I think Eric Dillard was the quickest in Jose's car.
Pro Charge car, yeah.
The Pro Charge car went 269 at World Cup finals. And then
Good air there.
then we just thought, you know what, Paul wanted to do one more pass in the car, and it went 5.37 at 270. So that was pretty wild.
Crazy.
Yeah,
true.
and it was dark. Like I couldn't see
You're
anything.
telling me you couldn't see shit and you're just holding on.
Yeah, so the car took off and it rolled out, and the lockup come on, and it picked the front up again at like 300 feet out, and it was on the bars. Like I couldn't see where I was going, and I just held it and I just hoped that it was going straight, and then it came back down, and I didn't want to get off it. So I was, if it was dragged in the wall, I was hanging in it, and it come down. It was right in the middle of the lane, and I just ran it out. I couldn't even really see where the finish line was because, as you know, it's quite dark there.
Especially out the back there. It's
Yeah.
pitch black.
And what about the safety nets and the sand traps?
the strawberry
isn't any,
field?
man.
There's a strawberry field at the end of the track.
Yeah. So
That's got to be a feeling hard to describe.
Yeah, it was. It really was.
We were testing, and he comes to the braking area, we pick him up, and he's like, "Dude, there's Asian people picking strawberries. What happens if I don't stop? We're going to run them over, I guess."
When we first
30
got there,
people.
when we first got there, we drove to the end of the track during the day, and I remember we got out of the car and it was like, "This is a strawberry field," and I'm like, he's like, "Oh, well, at least if I end up in here, I'm going to be eating strawberries."
So I think the other thing to touch on is the Radial deal at No Mercy.
Yeah,
We've been everyone's been trying to run that 40, and you guys went over there and did it quite easily by the looks of it.
Was that like an impulse thing then and there, or did you just plan to do that?
So after we ran the 5.37, we sort of had a chat between us all, our team, and with Proline as well, and said, what do we do next? Where to next? We wanted a race. Like the testing side of things, all right, we're wrapped. We did what we did. We want to race now. So what should we do? And we all sort of agreed on putting radials on the car and go run it lights out. So Paul organised it all, got the car to RKs. They got it all set up for radials.
You did it all very quickly.
Well,
Yeah.
I think for the people that don't understand, it's not just a simple task of just doing, just putting the radials on.
Not many fast pro mods get turned into radial cars and are successful in one meeting.
Well, it happened on this.
It doesn't happen often.
What's
through the changes.
Well, what's involved in changing it from a stick car to a radial car?
So we'll get into it, but that wasn't the big change because we were still allowed to run 128% overdrive. So your overdrive was still allowed. we were close with the weight. I think we put a little bit of weight in it, maybe 100 pounds.
Yeah, we had 100.
So shocks, change your rear shocks, change your rear sway bar links because they need to be longer because you've got longer shocks. Obviously change the wheels and tyres, wheelie bars off it. But other than that, it was pretty simple.
It wasn't
Obviously
too
four-link
bad.
change and stuff like that. Put travel limiters on the front. So it was reasonably simple. I'm not going to say it was a one-day job, but it was, they got it done in a week or two. And then we sort of didn't know whether the car was going to work because it's never run on radials before. And we went out there, and mind you, we didn't have the right ratio gearbox for it. And to go buying 3 or 4 gearboxes, it's like they're 40 grand a hit by the time you pay for them. So we ended up sending a gearbox back to Mark Mickey and put a thing in the gearbox so you can take off in second gear. So the trans brake works in second gear. So we were leaving in second gear on radials.
So you had no first.
First gear was there, but if you left it first, it's just too much ratio.
You don't need it. You can't use it.
Turbo 400.
Turbo 400, 3-speed, but there's a function in there that allows the trans brake to work in second gear.
You power glided it. Heck.
Power glided it, correct.
I remember having this conversation now a while ago when you guys are giving me we're talking about watching you all over social media because, you're representing Australia big time and it kind of, obviously I'm not a big drag racer, but learnt a lot and I think we had this conversation, so it's actually good hearing it
100%
from yourself,
And I sort of had my doubt, not that I didn't have my doubts about it working, I knew it would work, but is it optimal? Like we're trying to race the fastest guys in the world.
How many people in this class so everyone knows?
There
Was it
would have
80,
been
82
25,
people?
30 cars, you reckon, in 315, Outlaw 315?
Yeah.
And these guys are like,
These are the best in the world.
these are gangster, yeah?
That's crazy.
These guys aren't just
Racers.
backyarders, they're
Proper
racers.
racers,
What
yeah.
kind of times? Do we,
Well, the world record was 349
4, maybe.
with a 4,
349
which
with
was
an 8.
Farris, I think,
349 with an
349
with an 8. So, that was the record. And then when we got to lights out, it was freezing. I mean, like 0 Celsius. It was not fun to work on a car in.
It was horrible. Yeah, it was so cold.
But
Like Melbourne.
in those conditions,
Worse.
the air's a
It
gangster.
was freezing.
So we can make power in those conditions.
Yeah.
So then we go out there, make a hit, and we're all like, holy shit, the thing left, and it did what it was
What
meant
did
to
it run
do.
first pass?
First hit, we go to the finish line.
It went 365.
Yeah,
on the
first
hit.
how does the track
Yeah.
and the glue work when it's that cold?
I was about to ask that question.
They've got 4 rotators, 4 tractors, and they run them after each other and just keep doing laps to keep the heat in the track.
Epic.
Wow.
Absolutely epic.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
there was no track temp.
We made a couple of hits, and all of a sudden this thing runs 355, 353, and Petty looks at me. He's like, "This
We're on."
motherfucker works, yeah."
Wow.
I'm like, all right. So he's like, let's have a swing at the record, and mind you, he's helping Ken Catuccio with his radial car, which is a Proline car. I think he went out there, went 349. No, the Canadian Paolo G.
Yeah.
Went out there and broke the record with a screw-blown Camaro and went 349 with a 5. And then Ken comes out 2 runs later and goes 349 with a 4.
That's right.
So we come out,
Very competitive field.
very
Yeah.
competitive. We come out and went 349
With a 2.
with a 2.
Wow.
And then Ken comes out and goes 347.
Yeah.
Wow.
Do you know?
Heartbreaker.
But in saying that, we didn't chase the 60 in John's car. It went 922. Andrew's car went 893 here.
Yeah.
So,
893.
Ken Q's car was going 9.0s. Had we chased the 60, and if we weren't in the midst of racing, we probably could have went 45, I think.
Yeah.
But you're in the middle of racing, so you can't go making suspension changes and throw the race in the bin.
Yeah.
When
Well, Petty asked us, didn't he? He goes, what do you want to do? Do you want to race? So we came into race day at this. Do you just want to race? Do you want to go rounds? Or do you want to try and go real quick? And we decided to go rounds.
we're racers, man.
This part of drag racing I like.
Yeah, this is sick drag
Yeah,
racing. Not
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
do it all
Yeah,
the
these
time.
guys so in saying that, talk to us about obviously the first event that you won, which was the
No,
was
we
it
can runner up.
Lights Out? Was that
So yeah, we ended up coming runner-up at
Okay,
Lights Out.
yep.
So yeah, that was cool. Like, we had Manny Bajinga, we had that Paulo. So these guys were,
All-stars.
Guys
All-stars.
I've watched, for years racing, and to be lining up with them was so surreal. But
How'd you feel when you came second?
it was so close.
Honestly,
Yeah.
he did his job all week, like testing, racing, and Petty even said to me, man, he hasn't made a mistake. So we were in it to try and win. We knew it was going to be hard to win because Ken Q's just a machine, and that car's done 1,000 laps on radials. We've done 10, 12 laps on radials.
Oh, overall, you won, really.
But look, we even said, even if
crazy.
we qualify and we make the field in any of these races we go to,
It's
we've
a win.
won
It's
for
a win.
ourselves.
100%. Yeah.
We always set realistic goals. Like,
Yeah.
We don't set unrealistic
You're
things.
racing
you know.
against guys that like that's their job.
Yep.
This is
Yeah.
what they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Full time.
Yeah.
And their budgets are like
There isn't one.
Massive.
millions.
Same as John's.
So we,
Sounds broken.
like I think my goal was going into that event. I said if we can run a 3:59, like that was my dream. Like that was my goal. And we went a 3:49. So running at 3:49, it took the pressure off on race day because it didn't matter what happened. It was a bonus.
Yeah.
Anything after that. But yeah, I went 3:50 in the final, 3:50 in the final, and Ken went a 3:49.
Did you spice it up a bit or no?
It's close.
In the final? Or
No, because the track temp was gone, yeah, and I was scared. You know what a radial's like? Once it spins, it's done.
Yeah.
It's not like you can pedal it. So we're trying to be a little conservative. Well, it's not even
Is this getting like late in the afternoon now?
It was at night. It was probably 9
fuck's
o'clock
sake.
at night.
Does it get dewy there at all or not?
Look, it does, but they run the tractor up and
They
down there
manage
that
it
often,
well.
man. It's,
Wow. Okay.
And it's, when I say it was freezing, we had to go to Walmart we went and bought tights, like
Thermals?
Thermals.
No. Like
Skins.
skins to wear under our clothes. It was,
It was so
man,
cold.
it was
just
very
icy.
ugly.
Icy.
And we all got sick. We all had the flu.
Yeah.
So we were struggling.
Dying.
That was worth it, huh?
Yeah. Oh, man, we had a ball. And you know what's mad? I've done it before. I've raced over there before. The fact that you know that all the Aussies have got you back here
Yeah.
and everyone's cheering for you, it's like the biggest buzz ever.
That's pretty cool.
It is cool.
It was pretty. It was
The
fucking
support
mad.
from back home was crazy. Like the messages and
Yeah.
just everything. The posts, like it was awesome. So
Yeah. I remember watching it. I think we were watching it on. One of them was on, I think, Flow.
they both were.
They both were, yeah. I remember watching one of them on Flow.
And we
like
also had
thinking,
another guy, Grantley Schloss, who's an Aussie.
Legend.
Goes over there on a 275 and he is killing it, man.
He is, man. He's
Yeah,
winning everything.
Yeah.
He's got one more race to go, which is
Which is no mercy.
No Mercy, but it's double points. He's winning the championship. If he wins that, he'll win the championship, which is
Big deal.
pretty big, man.
So out of the two events,
A Nova with a pro-charged, no. Steel body butt.
out of the two events, which one would be your favourite, or which one, you know?
Oh, so now we tell them about World Series of Pro Mod. So we turn the car. We're on the same trip here.
Yep.
We finish it lights out
on Saturday.
on Saturday, and then we start driving 3.5 hour drive from where that is to Bradenton. Mind you, it's 0 degrees Celsius in Georgia.
Minus.
Drive it 3 hours south to Florida, and it's 22 degrees. And we're like, man, this is heaven.
Wearing shorts and t-shirts. It was so good.
So we had the mission of turning the car from a radial car back into a big tyre car. Well, that's where the work begun, because it wasn't just turning it back into an outlaw radial car, it was a Pro Mod legal car. So you're only allowed X amount of overdrive. So I'll run you through it very quickly. Blower overdrive change, which is the top and bottom pulley, get the right belt size, all the rest of it. Because we're going to run less overdrive, we need to up the compression, so we put a different set of rods and pistons in it. So heads off, head gaskets, rods, pistons.
That just turned into all that.
From there, not allowed to have a lock-up converter, so gearbox out, converter out.
It's a full
New
car,
converter, different gearbox completely because there's a different ratio. Different rear gear, pull a diff out.
Kidding.
Had no rear gear, so we had to rebuild the diff at the track, put the right gears in it.
How long did you have to do all this?
One day.
How?
Fuck.
4-link change, suspension change, and I mean, you know, guys make a very small 4-link change at the track and they get lost for 6 months, yeah? We're talking going radial to big tyre. So, I mean, he looks at it and he's like,
You guys,
is this car ever going to go to the...
you guys are nuts. You would have been looking at a shell.
Wheelie
was a
bars.
shell.
And
Yeah,
let me
wiring
tell
in
you, the weather was... I'm not joking, I'll send you a photo to post it. We had 1 foot of water in the pits and we were pitted on grass.
No way.
So the water was this deep, had no shoes on because it was pissing down.
There you go.
I've never seen
Aussies
rain
are
like that.
nuts. You're
Yeah.
just not
Yeah.
right in there.
Was this
That's not
non-stop
normal.
pissing down?
Non-stop pissing down. Like
You wouldn't
torrential
read about
blood.
it, eh? You wouldn't read about it.
Torrential rain,
torrential, like it was hammering.
Fuck.
I remember you FaceTimed me. I was like, what the fuck are you doing?
I'd never seen rain like that.
So
in
it
my
was
life.
legit, bumper to bumper. The car got
There's
changed.
definitely something wrong with you.
And then Ricky looks at me, he's like, bro, do you reckon this thing's going to go in the track? Like,
We're all a bit nervous.
we were, went out there and qualified tested the next morning and boom.
Sent it.
We were in
Straight
the
down Boulevard.
we were in the top 32 spots. So there was 85 of the world's best pro mods there, and it's invite only. So you don't have, they watch you. They watch you too. We only got.
How do you get
accepted-
invited?
So we got invited because of Proline, obviously.
Yeah.
Proline got a bit of clout because they've got some decent cars, and they watched what he's done, what I've done, and
They
we're going
watch
to
your
race.
team. They watch how you conduct yourselves.
They invite you guys.
Yeah, and
much
look, the
invite
reason
only,
they
huh?
do it invite only is because, I'll be honest with you, they had 84 pro mods, and we didn't even have one oil down in a week.
Wow.
Sorry. Keith Haney had a loose oil line on the start line. They nipped it up, wiped it with a rag and sent it.
That's it.
No engine blow-ups, no
Nothing.
catastrophic
Crazy.
engine failures,
That's
no
unbelievable.
hold up on the start line.
Next level.
That's epic.
Not one burn down, nobody played games on the start line.
No.
They just want a show that just rolls
Yeah.
and everybody works in together.
Wow.
And when you got the pits
bit of
are
work.
jam-packed with race car trailers and they call out the first 15 cars, then they send you a WhatsApp message, cars 15 to 30 start rolling out, and then cars 30 to,
Fuck,
and
it's organised.
It's pro, man.
man, it's
Yep.
pro.
Yeah, okay.
And we
And
just
what-
come there.
So
We've-
we qualified 20th out of
84 cars.
84.
Yeah, but it was pretty nail-biting, at that point, because you were
Mate, we
like,
got booted out.
you were out of the final, out of the
the fourth
qualifying.
qualifier, I think they had 5 qualifiers.
Yeah.
Q4, he was strapped in the car. We were in at number 32.
Yeah.
The bump spot was 32. By the time he fired the car up, we were out. The cars in front of us bumped us out.
Oh, wow.
So, they had to
the
make that
pressure's
run.
on, yeah?
Yeah.
You stuff up the start line, he bumps in, he rolls in too far or lets go of the button too early.
Fuck, the pressure's
Pack up and
on,
go
huh?
home.
I don't ever get nervous. I'll race anyone, anywhere with anything, and I just treat it like it's testing. I don't ever get nervous. I was beside myself. Like someone come up to me to want to do an interview, and I'm like, I physically can't do
speak,
it. I'm so like, I was so stressed. Like we wanted to qualify so
That
bad.
Were you in the
You
zone?
too.
Do you get in the zone, or is it like?
Because that was your goal.
Usually,
That's mad.
I'm just how I am now.
He's a
like,
cruiser.
I'll get in the car and I'll be falling asleep going
Yeah, okay.
into the burnout. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't stress.
Yep.
I was so stressed.
Wow.
And I'm like, we just wanted
So
to
our
qualify.
goal with that, because we knew it was going to be so tough, was to qualify.
Yeah.
Forget about racing. If we can qualify with the best 32 pro mods in the world,
Yeah.
we've done pretty well.
Yeah,
I think we qualified number 20th
20th.
Wow.
Epic.
out of 32, out of 84.
It's huge.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yep. So,
And it's good they did it in like 24 hours from when the car was a Radial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
And that's a feat in
Yeah.
itself.
that's fucked.
100%.
so then we went into the chip draws. So the top 32 cars are going to the office and everyone draws a number out of the bucket and you get who you get. And we got Victor Alvarez, so the owner of the racetrack that we're racing at.
And he's a pretty cool dude, but
He's a cool dude. Yeah. Yeah. So,
And his car's pretty intimidating. Like, new car, I know, but it was fast.
it is. And you got
man.
Mickey on his side tuning
Yeah.
it, and you know how fast Mickey's been. So,
and he'd been 361. He qualified
Yeah.
like.
and you know what it is? It's like we said this when we went home that night before race day. There's no ducks in this field, man. It doesn't matter whether I get Ashraf or Zeta or Romano. Like, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
You're in trouble.
yeah.
So we get Alvarez and we're like, fuck, turbo car's been 361, it's been faster than us. Just do your job, man, we'll get it done.
Yeah.
And he did, he got it done.
Beautiful.
Then we went in for the next chip draw. So at this point, we're in the top 16, and we went in for the chip draw, and we drew our mate
Ken
Ken
Q,
Catuccio, so,
which is our teammate.
Oh, no
which,
way.
which we were shattered.
Oh, that's
I'll
like.
be honest, he was probably more shattered than us, yeah? He left, he didn't ever sit there for the rest of it. He went and sat in his golf cart and he's like, this is bullshit.
fuck.
Yeah, so we were shattered, but yeah, it is what it is. We went through our processes, went to the start line. We both went 018 on the tree, so we went identical reaction time. And Petty gave us the option, didn't he?
He said to me, if you want to put some more in it, go for it. He goes, but I'm going to give you what I gave Ken. I'm like, all right. So me being me, put a little bit more in it, and it went out, it shook. If it didn't shake, we would have driven around him, but it shook, and
Yep.
we went 362, he went 360.
We went
flat.
We went 364, and I think he went 362.
That's right. Yeah.
So it was close. It was
Yeah.
door on door again.
Crazy, man.
Nail biter, man.
It
Yeah,
is.
and that was it. That was our event over. But
And you called it after that, or you?
No, you're out.
That's it.
It's elimination.
Eliminations.
I mean, as far as events and racing, because you guys are sick in the head, you were going back and forth.
Look, I'll be honest. I think after the last 2 events in one trip, it wore us out
It sounds
completely.
like you were there for 6 months. But
Yeah, it wore us out completely.
we did so much. We were at the track 14 days straight.
I don't know that.
Murad feels
Yeah,
that feeling too.
It's hard enough going 1 day or 2 days, you know, to go 14 days straight.
How
like,
much of
In
a
another
Groundhog
country.
Day
It's exhausting.
in another country,
exhausting, yeah.
different time zones, you know, just
Shit
food,
food.
everything's different, you know.
Shit
And
food. We'd make food. We'd go to Walmart and buy stuff and make food, so we don't have to eat rubbish all day, every day.
yeah,
But look, Proline are unreal. They gave us
always
a
Manny.
transported Nestloni. So the dude that owned the car before we bought it, he had a spare transporter. I'm
As
talking
you do.
57-foot $1 million transporter. He's like, you know what? You can take that. It's full of tools. It's full of parts.
Oh, legend.
Pay for what you take.
that was so good. Like,
And
it was-
they're
it was
unreal,
awesome.
man. They make life so
Yeah.
easy.
So how long
So
were
you
you
got the
actually there
support over there.
We were there for,
I can vouch for Proline, mate.
3 weeks.
Yeah.
3 weeks.
And then we had 2 days off before we come home. And
So was the intent to always bring the car back after them events?
It's just too hard being away from work, business. I'm so busy, like just every single day. Like even coming up here for these couple of days, it's a stretch. So I go home and things have snowballed.
Yeah.
When you say work, like RPM,
RPM, I'm also a partner in Tough Streeters.
Yes,
So we do
okay.
car giveaways, events, stuff like that. So we have so much going on with Tough Streeters. It takes up most of my time, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah, and Race Parts Melbourne. So
You're a busy man.
Tell us about
For
that
sure.
business.
So we sell performance parts. So we're a little speed shop in Melbourne's West. It was hard. I was, working full time in construction, trying to build a car, and it was just so hard to get parts. Like by the time you finish work, you couldn't get to
Shops are
anywhere in time, out outside of town. So
you
I
opened the
decided
shop.
to sort of bite the bullet and have a crack. And I think we've been operating for over 8 years now. So yeah, look, it ticks along. It pays the bills, and yeah, it's been good. So it's been a good experience. And I left construction only, I'm going to say maybe 3 years ago. So
Wow.
I was working at construction in the morning from 6 a.m. So I did demolition from 6 a.m. in the morning till lunchtime. My boss was pretty easy with my hours. He goes, just come and do what you can do. Let us know your hours and you get paid for it. So I was doing that. Then I was working from 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon till 7 o'clock at night at the shop. Paying the bills and trying to organise what we can. I got Michael that looks after the place and runs it day to day, and my brother Stephen also works there as well. So yeah, I was sort of floating between the two because I wasn't really making enough money for me to live just off what we were earning there. And through COVID, things really picked up for us. I know it was bad for a lot of people, but for us,
everyone that was giving it a go, it was a good opportunity.
yeah,
definitely.
so
That's where we came from.
we had a really good period through then, and I was able to leave construction and just be involved with that. And then Tough Streeters come along, and I was in a position where I was able to become a partner with it, and that's been awesome. Like I love it.
How long have you been there for now?
I think it's been about 18 months.
Yep.
So yeah, it's
You guys pumping the giveaways. I see that online all the time.
it's
Most
really
of it
been
muscle.
good. Mainly old school sort of Fords, XYs, XWs, the HQs, old Holdens.
Love a HQ.
We mix it up a little bit every now and then, but that's been awesome. Like I love the reaction to people that would never really be able to afford to get one of them cars for $20. We drop it off at their doorstep.
Yeah.
It's life changing for some people, and I love that side of it.
It's good. Mad. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And we're really starting to get into the event space with that as well now, and we've got a few things happening with
Speaking of events, I remember maybe 6 months ago you mentioned that maybe, or you were bringing the World Series of Pro Mod here to Australia. Is that still happening? Are we still doing that? Because I think
Yeah.
a lot of us are pretty keen.
So we got into it full swing with rules and you know, we got the ball rolling with it.
We'll keep it rolling.
The biggest thing for me is we've been going through the process of purchasing Heathcote Park Raceway, myself with Wally and Daniel Sabolics. So that's been...
Big news.
That's huge news.
Yeah, so the word's been getting around a lot lately, and, you know, we're in the process of all that at the moment. So with the whole World Series thing, that sort of, the rule set, that sort of got put aside until we know that we've got the racetrack side of things organised.
But when you say the racetrack, I mean, there are other facilities here in the country that could cater for it. Like Sydney
there is.
arguably is the best facility in the world.
The problem is that the cost to hire Sydney for an event like that is astronomical.
Pretty big.
So you got to weigh up whether it's going to work, and if it's going to work, whether it's worth doing it. So it was too rushed to get it done this year. Door Slammer extended for another round. It didn't finish in Winter Nationals at Willowbank. They've moved it to Darwin. Pro Mod got extended from Winter Nationals. Now it's in Adelaide. So it was sort of like everybody's drag racing season got dragged on another couple of months. So let's not stuff it up and try and rush it. Let's do it properly next year, give everybody enough time to get their cars ready and put it on properly.
It's just something that's just been put on hold at the moment until we can get this side of
Get
things
it off hold,
organised.
mate.
Get it off hold.
How
Start
many
talking
days?
about it.
How many days would this event go for? 2
tops.
days.
Yeah.
Testing, like, just is that competition or just testing and competition?
I think we decided we'd probably test the first half of the first day.
Yep.
And then start qualifying the second half of the first day. And then maybe 2 more qualifiers in the morning the following day, Saturday.
Yep.
And then start racing. And it's not going to be Chicago shootout. It's
Straight
eliminations.
Yep.
You don't make it, you go home.
Yep. 100%.
Very simple. Like proper hardcore drag racing.
Wow.
You need that, man. We need
How
that.
many cars
Yeah.
are like that in Australia that you reckon are keen to go?
We came up with, what did we come up with?
I think there was almost 30.
30
guys,
cars.
You would get that.
And we're talking
easy.
about one class here,
guys that have reached out and said that we're in if this happens. So
And that's a screw blown, and you'd be a turbo.
yeah? Yep.
So it's
Which
all
is what people want to see.
yeah.
Pro Charger, nitrous. Barry Plumpton just won Pro Mod at Winter Nationals in his nitrous car. Like that thing's gangster.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
any power radar, as long as it fits within the rules of the World Series,
We're talking 8th or quarter.
8th.
Yep.
And I know a lot of people don't like 8th mile racing, but let me tell you, when you
We're
watch
just not
it,
used to it. That's
it
all.
is so exciting. You got to get your shit done early.
Yep.
You ain't driving around anybody. If you don't get your shit done early, you're not going to win.
That's why.
But not only that, like we just spoke about the reliability of the cars at that point. You know, obviously there was no all downs except for one. There was no major blow ups. There was no real issues, and the show just kept going.
Yep.
And I think a lot of that is put down to the fact that the cars are only running to the 8th mile. Because, to be honest, a lot of the damage that were to happen, if it were going to happen, is
Up top.
beyond that point.
At a
you know?
1,000 foot drag race's worst nightmare,
Yeah.
like when it comes to engine failures.
Yeah.
But in saying that, you do wring a 8th mile car's neck at the 330 way more than you do with the quarter mile car because
no
you can
doubt.
afford to.
Yeah,
No
okay.
doubt. No doubt. But I think doing it early is a lot better than.
Oh, look,
trying to
and
do
the
it
safety
after.
aspect of it, you're only doing 220 mile an hour, maybe 30 if it's, you know what I mean? It's, I know it's not only, but you're not
I
doing,
have to laugh
but you're not
because
doing,
it's like, you know, you're saying
yeah, you're not
only.
doing 280.
To your normal person, like, yeah,
know what I mean?
okay, when you look compared to 280, then
Yeah,
fair
100%.
enough.
Massive difference.
230 in half a track is still,
Yeah.
hey,
You're
Yeah.
still moving.
fast. Zeta wants to go fucking 245.
I don't know about 245. I don't know
Let's
where he
just
got that
let's just go take the car and do a burnout first,
He's
and
a
then we'll worry
fucking
about what
bitch.
goes
He
on
won't even
after
come
that.
out this weekend and take it out.
Are you guys taking it out this weekend? Who's going out?
We're
Ricca's
taking
going
John's
out.
car.
When?
Tomorrow.
Oh, it's going to be exciting.
And his car's ready, but can you talk to him?
It needs push
No,
rods.
because
Relax.
you know what? He needs to get his house finished and get his head right, and then he can go testing. We're not going to let Ashraf push us into a corner.
Like those shoes.
I'm gonna, when John goes at 5:30, I'll go out.
He's already gone to 5:30.
No, here in the country.
So what are you trying to say? Like, you're only going to come out because a top dog's coming out?
That's right, 100%. Do
Why don't you just sell the car then?
you want to buy it?
I'm by the running gear. I don't care about the car.
Is tomorrow the first time you guys are taking the car out here in Australia?
Yeah, it only landed here Friday.
Oh, this has got to be pretty exciting.
And you got it
Landed
already.
Last Friday, okay.
Paul's been, getting it ready.
Man, we got lucky getting those cars out so quick, eh?
Yep.
Yeah, that was so
Bro,
good.
Zeta rang me that day about 40 times.
So they
Could've
rocked up
gone close to the
Friday.
gate, you
We
didn't
got them out of
Yes.
quarantine. Luckily, the quarantine dude rocked up as we were there. They weren't even booked in, but
No way.
We made it happen.
we made it happen.
Good work.
Thanks, Rami. Thanks, Jims.
Yep.
Thanks, Rami.
Appreciate your support.
Yeah, so Rami Gambino's dad got all of the freight forwarding and everything done for us. So we took the cars out of there Friday, took them to Cultura because I couldn't get a truck to get John's back to my shop in time. I went and picked it up on Saturday and started working on it and changed rear gear and changed the whole thing again.
All
And
the shit again.
So what's the aim now? Like, what are you going to do tomorrow? Don't sugarcoat it and play it down.
You know what?
Don't tell us,
John's
I
gonna
just
tell you.
wanted to go
We
A
had
to
this-
B, because you've already done that.
So tell him
What are
exactly
you
what we
doing
discussed.
tomorrow, mate?
We're going to
Just
try
hit
and
us
get the
with
car
it.
to go A
He's
to B.
thinking about what to say. He
Hit us
doesn't know
with
what
it.
to tell us. Just tell us straight.
Don't play it down, mate. Like you always
What's the
do.
Aussie record?
We're trying to get the car to go A to B, man.
But what do you want to
Okay,
do?
so I want to explain this to you so you don't
Here
think
we
that
go.
we're
Going around the fucking roundabout again.
No.
What
I'm
do
going to
you wanna
explain
do?
to you, the last time we
What
raced
do
that
you
car,
want?
the last time we raced that car was in Pro Mod legal trim.
Right.
75% overdrive.
Yep.
And 8th mile gears in it, 8th mile suspension
I
setup.
don't care.
So we've changed it now, just so you can process it.
Yeah.
We've put 128 overdrive back in it,
Which
so
you've
big
done
power.
before.
And we have been there before.
Yes.
And change your rear gear, change the
To
lock-up
the-
back
to
in
the
it,
gear
put the
that you
right
went
gearbox back in
537
it
in?
Quarter mile.
to quarter mile.
Can I just ask
So
you
then
something?
now we need to make sure the car works on our surface here. So if you think you're going to go out there and go, I'm going to go run 537 again here, you're a dickhead.
Yeah.
But are you trying to do that?
No.
Tomorrow.
No. And I've been dead set honest with you.
If
No.
the track's there,
John's
No.
face is lying to you.
What are you lying
No,
to
we're
us
not.
for?
No, we're actually
What are you
not.
trying to allude to, Zeta? What do you think they're going to
I
try and
want to
do?
know what they want to try.
What do you
in
think?
The country.
John's
That's
phone
what I
call
wanna know.
was, I am going to try get the Australian quarter mile record.
Tomorrow.
First or
Yeah, but
second
it's
hit.
only
Which is?
550,
Yeah.
isn't
First or
it?
second.
550.
Isn't it 550?
Look, I think
It's
You should do
only
that on the first-
550. Listen to these guys, man.
Yeah, it's rich.
it's like it's only 230 mile, right?
It is. It is only 550. You've been 537, mate.
And fucking
In
how many
another country,
540s?
on another track,
This is
with,
different.
with different prep.
He's a realist. I can
Now,
see
look-
where they're coming
look,
from.
because-
I know you've got the right people in your corner, and I'm rooting for you. And I really hope that tomorrow you come out and go a 540, and then the following day maybe a 30 something. That's
the problem.
you heard it here
pressure.
first.
Well,
The
maybe
problem-
speak to the track and make sure that.
Oh, it'll be prep.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that.
Why do you think Zeta's going tomorrow
have a
first thing in the morning?
The problem at Sydney Dragway and Willowbank obviously is that there's a 260 mile an hour cap. So you're not to exceed 260 mile an hour.
So just run it to the 8th.
Sorry, let's back up now because he's on this. We're going to race Jambo in Outlaw Pro Mod.
I was going to ask that.
So we're going to test tomorrow and Friday to get the car ready to go to Outlaw Pro Mod.
That's the main focus.
Okay.
The problem is we're trying to get at, we can't go 537. You can't go faster than 260 because your run will be disqualified.
This is
so
true.
we need to try and work out how fast we can make the car going 258.
I reckon you go
But you need
545.
to know. You know what it needs to go to the half. Once it gets there, you can then just backdoor it. It only takes one run.
No, but the point is we need to.
It'll work, yeah, so
but we're
what?
trying to make a set a car up to go
Look at
race.
him.
This is where the mentality of time board racing needs to go in the bin.
But just 1 second. When you go to Jambo, isn't
Yep.
that Andrew sanctioned or
No, it's Willowbank has a 260 limit on that track for a suspension car. End of story.
I thought there was no limit at Jambo.
No.
Ah, okay.
So there's no ET, like it's not a 585 Pro Mod class. So we decided if we can make the car go to half tomorrow and drive it out the back once, if everything works. You know what it's like, man. You turn up with a car and it kicks you in the ass for 3 days.
Yeah, I know.
So if that works, then Friday's focus will be to see how fast we can go and stay under the 260 cap.
Okay. So we're not going to see a 530.
well, you might or you might not.
Look, it is a goal at some point.
But not tomorrow or
but
Friday.
Yeah.
Fucking disappointed.
Like they've got the best track The best conditions.
Hey, look, you've got a cracker car too, and you're not
July.
racing.
Yeah, he's a bitch too. Like, what are you
It's
going to do?
July.
I've had your back this whole time about racing your car,
When
yeah?
you
You've got a car sitting at Cultura.
Exactly. There we go.
5,500 horsepower and he's worried about his PPF.
Forget the house, bring the car.
It will
But
happen.
his house is done. The
The thing is, let me tell you something. The turbo cars, and you know this, Paul, don't need air to go fast, mate.
No, they don't.
The screw cars do. You're in July, mate. You're going to have the best conditions this week. Let's not beat around the bush here.
Let's have this chat again tomorrow afternoon
Okay,
at
I'm coming.
10 o'clock at
I'm
night.
coming. I'm coming tomorrow, mate.
You actually
Come
coming?
on, man. Like,
Yeah, who would attend
come
drag
on,
racing?
bro. Like, is this the John Ricca I know? Or
Is
like,
there any
are you
weddings
being
The old John Ricca would have done it.
I know.
No, we're going to be half smart about this.
Is it a private
That's
test day
fair
tomorrow?
enough. You guys want to get ready for... There's no testing at Jambo, or there is?
There is, yeah.
For 3 days.
So you can test for 3 days there.
Okay, but we need to make sure the
Fuck
car
that.
works
Fuck it up.
here
Makes
first.
it sound easy.
It'll work if it goes 5:30s. Of course it's going to work.
Are you sure there's no weddings tomorrow? You actually going to come?
Mate,
Because Andrew,
are you joking? Is that even a question?
John's become soft since he started roll racing his GDR in Melbourne.
I've seen that. I've seen some of those
Can we
videos.
talk about that?
I've seen some of those videos.
Can we get like...
John's a roll
I think
racing
the
guy.
viewers,
now.
I get hammered a lot when I go on a roll racing. Like,
What do you think about
and I
roll
went.
racing?
And
I
it's
don't go
okay.
either.
But
I've been roll racing once,
Say
too many heads
exactly
in.
what you told me on the phone.
I want to know what your view is, or the comparison between drag racing and roll racing.
Not comparison. Not
They're totally
comparison.
different.
So, exactly, you can't compare them.
What do you prefer? Let's put it that way.
So I've done both.
Yes.
I had a twin turbo Lambo that's still the quickest Lambo in Australia, and I've got obviously the 32 GDR that's quick as well. So
What's that right?
Wait, quickly, which one do you like better?
Which one's more fun?
Yeah, to race.
mate, like I don't know. It's a tough. I love my RBs, right?
There we go.
That's what we wanted to hear.
But the perf was mental. Like the whole platform of that V10 and what
Bro,
The
what
question
precision's
was,
done
what
with
did
them.
you like more?
You circuit raced
The
your fucking
GTR?
Lambo.
He just told you.
No, he did.
Yes, he did. He said, I like RB.
He's an RB
I
man.
like my RB, but
That's the
he
answer.
didn't tell us which car
Well,
he
he
likes
just,
more.
he just,
did.
sorry, what, how fast did you just go in an RV? On a non-prep track?
So there was no prep there, and my that was my goal. I wanted to go to the track to quarter mile it, more so than roll race it. I'm not a massive fan of roll racing, right?
What do you call it again?
So
I have an analogy for it.
We're going to keep
My analogy is
What does he
handball in
call
a
it?
playground
I'm
and
curious
Wimbledon.
now.
What do you call it?
What do you
Ricca?
call it? You
Yeah.
told us yesterday.
look,
like-
I think that's probably
no, what was your analogy? I want to
Tell
know
us.
yours.
I think
Tell
that's
us,
a pretty
mate.
accurate
What was it?
analogy.
What was
So-
it?
No. I
Tell
wanna
us,
know
tell
your
us.
one.
What do you say?
So do
was
I.
it?
You took a screenshot of it and sent it to you.
You gotta tell us all
what it
now.
is. Just say it.
It's a bit like competing at the Olympics, and then you've got the Special Olympics. You know, like I think it's if guys can't
That's the real boys. Roll racing, drag racing.
if guys can't cut a tree, then they need to try and roll it on and hope to get time it right, so the car next to them doesn't jump them.
And then he left before
And then
me,
this guy
this
complains
was
about
freaking
this and that.
disaster,
Mate,
and
with
wank, wank, wank.
with drag racing, you jump the tree, you red light,
That's it.
you're out. If you're not quick enough on the tree, then that's your problem. You've stuffed up. And whoever gets the end first wins. Like there's no arguing on
not
who
hard,
jumped
is it?
to or who did this or who did that. It's
We got a massive following.
Even though
of
you
roll
won roll
racing.
racing,
You look like
No,
you were
but you
having
know
fun
what?
on
You
the
know what?
weekend.
We got a massive following.
I
of
just
roll
did it for the
racers, yeah.
sake of it. I was wrapped. I ran the 798 in that car with 40 of boost. Like it's got a heap more in it. And yeah, I just
That hadn't gone sevens before.
that car done 4,008 zeros.
Ashraf
Oh,
ran,
is that the 80 car?
Ashraf ran
Yeah.
8
That's
zeros.
the 80
On a
car.
prep
And this
track.
guy went and run 790 on not even a racetrack.
By himself, no?
You're a
Ashraf
full
ran
retard, man.
58
Straight in the biz.
zeros on a prep
Special
track.
Olympics.
But you know what?
To try and break that 7.
I thought about it when he ran it. He's got auto shift. I had to shift. That was
Excuses, man.
and then he won roll racing after running a 790 in it.
with the exhaust flap closed because it wouldn't open. Something happened with it actually. So the exhaust flap was closed.
What,
think it's
about,
got
what about
warranty.
the fucking the oil leaking out of your gearbox and everyone's telling you to stop your fuckwit?
Yeah, so that's a whole nother thing. And he looked under the car, he goes, it's actually leaking oil. And I said, I didn't see anything. Like just don't look, so the officials don't look at you, and we'll just roll on it. And I was just like 3/4 throttle, just cruising it. There wasn't really anything.
Because I
that
go,
quick there.
why are you coming off the throttle? I'm watching it. It's coming off the throttle. He goes, oh, it's leaking.
There was a combination between oil going under the tyres and a braking traction, and and then I think that much must have leaked out that the trans actually started to slip in the last couple of rounds. So it was like on the shift, it was going straight to the limiter, which isn't great.
So,
But,
so do you think a RB is better than a 2J?
I prefer RBs.
There we go.
Yeah.
Paul,
He's going to say it's the same thing.
No, I just don't care.
what's your preference?
I legit don't care.
He likes his little
So
2Js.
my question to you is, what is the fastest six-cylinder in the world today?
At the
2J.
moment, today?
That's it.
2J. But not
Fair
for long.
point.
Not for long, Paul.
No, look, remember, guys, I started with RBs, yeah? Homer knows
Remember
this.
your black JDR?
Yeah, I was the first one to have an automatic transmission in a GDR in 1984. No, it wasn't 84, but
It was 80.
I was
it was 82.
I was the first one ever to put an auto in a GDR because I was sick of breaking manual gearboxes.
Wow.
So I don't know if you've ever seen the video of the black 32 outside CMV doing a four-wheel drive burnout on the street. That was my car. That was a proper street car.
Or something on YouTube.
There's been a bit of banter going back and forth on a few different podcasts about the difference between an RB and a 2J and what's better and what's not. So we're just
Look,
getting everyone's opinion.
I've seen it, and I'll be honest with you, man. I don't think there's much in it at all.
The RB
and I don't
sounds
think
better.
it's the engine itself. I think it's everything around it and what the team you got around you. And you know, is your converter guy smart? Is your clutch guy smart? Is your chassis guy smart? You know what it's like when you're around. You go there, man, and you got the best of the best with you. And this is what my point is with these guys. Just because the car's done this before, it doesn't mean it's going to do it again tomorrow, man.
100%.
It'll kick you in the ass for a week straight.
100%.
Yeah.
We know that, but we just want to know that you're going to at least try. That's all.
When have I ever not tried?
Well, you
In
telling me
anything
you
I
want to
do.
go make sure it doesn't go past 258 when you got 3 days of testing beforehand, mate.
That's all right. You just leave it with me.
Paul, the RB sounds better.
1,000,000% the RB sounds
we-
better. There is not a doubt in anyone's mind.
I'm content.
If anybody thinks that a 2J sounds better than RB, they're a dickhead.
You heard it.
Okay,
You heard it
wow.
first.
You've
Yeah, but
got a car
2Js
that
don't
sounds
even have a
better.
sale. Okay, but they're number one. So
Like our 2Js that make 3,000 sound like a EA Falcon. I think.
Dribbling.
Yeah, and that's no joke.
That's great.
You've got to pull timing out of it and put fuel in it to make it sound like it's got a camera.
Oh, you've upset a lot of people.
Oh, man, yeah.
You've upset a lot of
I can just see
people
the
with that
2J guys overseas now.
Were you going to say something? What were you
say?
going to say? I don't know. About the whole roll racing, drag racing topic.
I can't remember.
You can't.
I can't remember. I think I just wanted to know what his analogy.
You know what I love too? With drag racing, at least you get something at the end of your race too, like a PB with the time or something.
Yeah.
With roll racing, you know, like you don't, you get to the end. And,
Bragging rights.
Yeah, all right, yeah,
You
great.
get a-
I bet
you
you
get a
can't
nice
next to me.
trophy.
Yeah.
Which is
You've got
pretty
to worry
cool
about the
too.
guy saying, "Oh, but you jumped."
yeah, but it's cool. You beat it.
But that's the part that I don't like about
sorry.
it is that you're relying on somebody else to tell you whether that guy jumped and are
No,
they
look, to be
biased
honest
or-
with you, I think it's coming, like, as we progress further with the roll racing scene, it's getting better. And, you know, we're trying to do the same thing. We're trying to get a system
It's just
where
another
black and
avenue
white
of
rules.
motorsport that we all love.
Yeah.
Look, I'll
yeah.
tell you, I went there, and honestly, what I liked about it is the fast pace.
Yeah, it's,
Oh, for sure.
of
Yeah,
the
it's
event.
entertaining. Yeah.
You know, the entertainment side of it's good.
Yeah.
But like, again, it's entertainment. Handball's good. In the playground. I love that as a kid.
I remember what I was going to say now. I do like the aspect how you guys are like proper racers. Like you guys are there for the heads up racing.
We're drag races, man.
So you're saying
proper
you
drag
shit?
races.
We're drag racers.
No, as in,
No,
I
but
like that.
from where Romanos has come from,
I love that
and the
shit.
whole GDR scene racing
Yeah.
time boards.
That's what I
From
don't
somebody
like.
on the outside that doesn't know what real professional drag racing is
Yeah.
about,
Yeah.
it's sort of like. I get what you're saying because it's like, you know what, man, I'm racing the time board and it's just pissing me off.
Yes,
It's boring.
100%.
But when you get in, and this is why when somebody says to me, what do you like better, turbo cars or blower cars? The reason I like the blower car better is because there's more competition in door slammer racing. And it's proper competition.
Yeah.
If you're not on your game, man, you're
Yeah.
going home.
Like I've never raced, like I've never done heads up racing where you're racing like off the tree.
Yep.
Never done it before.
Yeah.
But the way you guys talk about it, like I legitimately, yeah, it G's me
And
up.
let me tell you,
And
man,
I
you can win a drag race
Yeah.
before you even get to the start line. If the other dude's nervous and you know he's nervous, there's mind games that can be played that you can actually win before you even go.
I like that shit.
Kings go on drag racing.
That's something I could 100% get into. You know
Paul,
what I mean?
do you think that there's also a lack of events, and that's why we don't see a lot of heads-up racing
Yes, I
as well?
agree. Yes, definitely.
I don't know about a lack of events.
Lack of enthusiasm.
I
from
think
the
there's a
races.
lack of. Me and John had this discussion. I think there's a lack of marketing for the events that we have. So, you know, you go to Jambo, and yes, they market, and so does Poe with Grudge Kings, and they're all unreal events. But I don't think anybody spends enough money on marketing to capture a bigger audience, to fill the grandstand, for then you to stand there on the start line and go, holy shit, the place is full.
Yep.
I want to come back here again.
I
think that's what the whole World Series,
100%.
that's the main idea behind it. And I don't know whether anybody's seen the event that John had, the Tough Streeters show.
That was off.
That went off.
A static car show in Melbourne that had 30,000 people go through the gate and had to close the gates.
That's
We
mad.
had,
the highway.
we had 20,000 through the
Was
gate.
there racing?
Crazy.
And we had
No.
3 or 4,000.
No racing.
that
Nothing.
Crazy.
didn't get
It was a
in.
car show.
It was a static car show. We had a horsepower dyno shootout.
Yeah.
But that was it.
That was cute.
But when you think about it, like the amount of events that we do have access to isn't, look, you can't compare it to how many they have in the States. Like,
Yeah.
No, but they've got 330 million people there too.
Yeah.
And they've got, and this is funny because I should have said this before. We planned to go and test, and we were going to go to, anyway, we're going to go to a certain track when we got there the last time.
And it rained.
And it rained.
We're going to go to Rockingham.
We're going to go to Rockingham, and we're already planned hotel rooms, flights to go to Rockingham, and we rock up there, and they're like, it's going to rain in Rockingham. All right, so what do we do now? We'll just go to Bradenton, or we'll go to Indy, or we'll go here, or we'll go there.
so
Somewhere
much
to
access.
access.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Like
you can't
they'll
do
look at
that,
the weather and they'll go, all right, we can't go there. Let's
Yeah.
go there. It's there's
We'll go
within
up
a radius
south,
of
we'll go up
500
north.
kilometres. There's 50 tracks.
Wow.
Yeah, but they're driving 8-9 hours and they're happy to do that. You know, here people
Driving
don't
8-9 hours for them's
Yeah.
Yeah, well, if you
Nothing,
think
yeah.
about it, between Bradenton and Orlando, what's that, like an hour and a half?
yeah.
Between that, and that's
Yeah.
and they're both two great
Yeah, but what I'm
facilities.
saying is from Atlanta to Rockingham or Atlanta to
Indy 6 hours.
6, 7, 8 hour drive.
Yeah.
In comparison here, the races here, if it's raining in Sydney, should be saying, all right, well, it's raining here, let's go to Heathcote. Or let's go to Quarter Park, or let's go to where.
Yeah, but even then, it's raining in Sydney. Let's go to Willowbank. It's only 10 hours, yeah?
Yeah.
It's 2 hours more.
Yeah, I know.
But who will drive from Sydney to Willowbank?
No one.
Just us retards.
Yeah, that's right.
Have you just heard about the Elite Million that's
Yes.
just come out?
I just said to him,
You
the
heard
car
about
needs to
that?
go back. He's like, I just read it, don't go there.
So they've just released a series for $1 million US.
Which is the same as what we just raced, the World Series of Pro Mod.
correct.
Drag Illustrated.
Yeah.
But it's the $1 million is to win the 3 rounds
Yeah.
of the whole deal.
Correct.
Wow.
So it's not that easy.
Yeah, it's not that easy, but there's a mill.
Yes.
So just think about how much how much more competitive
Views on a dollar.
these guys are going to
Spend
be.
$1 million doing
Didn't he
it,
win
just
2 of
about,
them?
wouldn't you?
Yes.
He won the Snowbirds.
Is that
Yes.
$1 million
And he
US?
won the
Million US.
World Series.
The US. No, the World Series, Steve King won.
Yes, that's right. Yes. He
Kai
won
Kelly
2.
won.
Insane.
Car back.
Oh, sorry, he only won 1 because Kai Kelly won the second one.
Oh,
John,
yes.
test your car here and go back. $1 million US. You buy another SVJ.
He got unlucky though. In that one.
You know what? It's so easy to lose around there,
Yeah,
man.
man. And it happened so quick.
Yep.
You just see the guy drive straight past you.
Man, you would spend $1 million chasing that $1 million.
You probably would, yeah.
You probably would.
Yeah.
Why don't you send your car back?
Me, I'm happy to just leave it on show at Cultura. Happy to just have it there. Look at it, admire it.
Sponsor
Look,
me.
I think drag racing in Australia's not dead, definitely. But I think it could cop a little bit of an injection of enthusiasm and, you know, maybe
Get a few.
if you guys that do roll racing get a lot of people at your roll racing events, you know, do something together with
Tap
some
into
drag
that crowd,
racers.
100%.
Yeah, and
I
get
agree.
it, get you know, all the 2 different, you know, demographics of people
Yes.
Yep.
and get them together.
Yeah.
It's going to be good
Yeah.
for everybody because then all of a sudden all the drag racers are going to go, you know what, let's go watch drag roll
Exactly.
racing.
It'd be vice versa.
Yep.
Yep.
I agree 100%. I think a lot of the roll racers will be into this heads up, racing.
Yep.
They wouldn't
You
know
know.
what to do.
I don't
Yeah, but you know
man.
what? A lot
I don't know,
of
man.
these roll racing guys that have got street cars
My biggest fear
would
is
like
if
to
they
come
do
and have a
it,
look at a pro,
they won't
like
go
a pro
back.
mod.
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
I think Jambo's going to be off tap.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
especially now with the prize money.
They
Like,
put prize money
they
up.
put awesome prize
You know,
money. We got
25.
them on next week actually.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
really?
yeah, that's right. So we've got 25,000 for factory extreme and 20,000 for pro mod.
Oh wow, that's cracker.
So that's
Fucking mad.
pretty cool, man.
That's- yeah,
and
that is.
for the guys at home, will that cover any of your costs? No, it won't.
No, definitely not.
It's just what we do. But it's good to, be able to fund that trip if you do win it.
It creates hype too,
Yes.
Like I think, I don't know how many cars they usually get in Pro Mod, but I think there's 14 entered already.
Yeah, there's normally 4.
Oh, wow.
5.
So they usually struggle with
it's
numbers.
working.
So it's
Can I
brought
take
the
your
numbers.
numbers?
Yes.
And Factory Extreme's got, I think, 14 cars
Paul,
as well.
I'm
so.
taking his car. We'll go win.
And look, just saying,
Give me a seat, Paul.
from a factory extreme or RB Sydney background, I haven't seen a lot of pro mod racing, and I didn't really care. And when we were in America, we saw that Proline Hemi thing run. It's epic. Like it's
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
big.
Wild, yeah.
And now that I've been a bit more interested in looking at your car, following you and your car, and it's like, you know what? I want to see these run.
Me too, 100%.
So
I agree.
think it'd be great to have one of those cars do an exhibition run at GDR event, GDR festival, whatever,
any event, yeah.
just to show people, you know what? There's a whole pro mod.
Yep.
Well, there's a whole other world
Yes.
of drag
out
racing
there.
outside six-cylinder racing.
When's the GDR
We just don't know it.
When's the GDR festival?
Next year, mate.
It's, well, yeah. It's
When next year?
May.
All right, we're going to that, me and you.
Let's go.
I usually go race the imposter thing there, and it's a
Imposter,
good turnout,
yeah.
man.
Yeah.
It's a good turnout. It's
you know-
honestly, it's probably one of the
Just
better
cover our
events
entry and we're going.
when it comes to marketing, and they've got people there. Like that place is jam packed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because that's
Can you cover our entry and we're going?
yeah, you're in. Let's go. But I'm happy. to
Toilets
have-
getting expensive, huh?
We're going.
We're ready. It's the shoe that he bought.
GDR festival. Shut up.
There's a whole heap of enthusiasts that don't know about
We're
it.
gonna tap
so I
into
think
it.
it's
Yeah.
good for the industry. If you guys, it costs money to bring a car. I get it. It's not cheap, but it's going to open a lot of eyes.
We're going.
Yeah, we're keen.
That's it.
For sure.
Do you think also that if there was a event created for a sort of heads-up racing style thing, that would be successful?
But there already is. Like if you want to get into professional drag racing and you go race pro stock, pro slammer or door slammer, top alcohol, there's already a series, the NDRC.
Not a series. We're talking like an event that would be held regularly and open
Like a low racing event, but a
to all
heads-up
categories,
racing
like
event.
all pro mod categories. Whether it's an import or V8.
So I need to stop you there because an import car is not a pro mod. It is not a pro mod.
You're right. It's a factory extreme.
It's an import car.
Correct. But what he's saying is...
No. I'm just saying for the people at home that think they're the same, they're not the same.
Wasn't there like... Weren't you one of the guys that wanted to race the 6-cylinder in Pro Mod or no?
Yeah, no, but when there was not enough numbers for the pro mod category,
racer.
let them come in.
Yeah.
Like, what does it matter? I don't care. They all look the same.
Yeah.
I know they're not the same, and it's a different rule set for them.
Yeah.
But they look the same.
So what if you had the same rule set and they can line each other up and
Bring what you got.
Bring what you
basically.
got.
The more the merrier, right?
Look, it'd I guess
Especially if the numbers
if we
are-
ran the World Series and we could have an outlaw category, you'd do something like that. You'd have to jump on the back of another event because I don't think there's enough cars to have a heads-up event and just have one category. Do you know what I mean?
No, it wouldn't be one category. It'll be like multiple cars that can race in it. You're talking rotaries, GDRs.
But are you talking? But what's the difference with Jambo?
Yeah, but Jambo's a once-a-year thing. We're talking about something regular.
It's not like if you had
I
something
think you've got to be
regularly.
careful how regular it is.
There is a whole.
That's the
there's a
other
whole
thing, because
Because
people get-
unlike roll racing that happens every couple of weeks, we don't have the support or the people or that it just doesn't happen in drag racing. If you have 2 or 3 events too close to each other, the
too hard.
whole lot of them end up flops.
The thing is, there's a
What if
handful
you-
of people that would go.
What if you changed it to like 1/8 mile racing?
Which is what we're talking
Like,
about.
yeah. Well, I think there because
So
you're going to get less breakages,
If we do
right?
this, when we do this 8th mile, not if, when we do this 8th mile deal, there is a rule set for 6 cylinders to run in that
There you
class
go.
as well.
Oh, there you go.
I think that would
and
work.
we're not just talking about when we discuss this World Series, it's going to be a 3-round series. But outside of that, if it takes off the 8th mile stuff, we'll run a whole season and a championship, so you can win the championship and win prize money and win a
That
win a
would be
trophy
cool.
and
It's something that's
at least
definitely
claim
gonna
something at the end of it.
Sounds like it would be a lot faster and entertaining for the crowds
I
too.
think it's a
Yeah.
fine line between running the big cars to 8th mile and then running the GDRs and the street cars to the quarter mile. Because I think here, the mindset for a lot of those guys in the street classes are to run quarter mile, not eighth mile.
Yeah, of
Yep.
course.
You know, their cars are built for that, right?
For sure.
And like if a guy's going to come and run a 9-second pass or a 10-second pass or even an 8-second pass, going to the eighth is going to be pretty slow.
To be honest with you, if I'm not breaking my car and there's going to be less oil downs on the track, I'll happily run the eighth. That's
And
just.
I think it's a mindset.
That's a mindset
kinda
thing.
where
You've
my-
got to get it into people's heads here, you know? Once they
Just try something different.
get it.
Might be fun.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know.
I used to laugh at people, right, that would run to the half. Then I went and bought a Radial car and started running to the half. And then once you do it, you realise that everything that happens so fast, it's really enough. Like, you don't need more than that.
No.
It's enough of a
Yeah,
buzz.
anything that
I was
happens
the
from the
same.
eighth to the finish line is when you're going 270 mile an hour, you're in God's hands, and if
Yeah.
it turns to shit, I don't care how good a driver you are, you're in big trouble.
Yeah.
Whereas at the eighth, listen,
You still got
saying
half
this-
a chance.
I'm not saying that you can't get hurt, because plenty of people have crashed at the eighth and got hurt, but I think it's less of a chance of having a catastrophic accident
Or a fatality.
or a fatality.
Yeah.
Can you just define that we're talking the definition of between door slammer and pro mod? Or
Door slammer was created a long time ago in Australia by Victor Bray, was a pioneer of door slammer, and they basically put big blocks with blowers on them or Hemis with blowers on them in 3/4 chassis cars, and then they evolved and ended up building proper tube cars.
Yep.
And it's the door slammer category itself runs a D rotor screw blower. Nobody in the world runs a D rotor in that class except for us.
right.
The Americans run a C rotor but with less overdrive. So we really compare door slammer to nobody else in the world.
It's an Aussie thing.
It's an Aussie thing. Pro mod in Australia is a fixed index 585, so you're only allowed to go 585, only allowed.
Gay.
But saying that, it's not that easy to not go faster than 585.
Gay.
Gay.
It may be gay, but again, the competition
Gay.
is so fierce that you've got to be on your shit to win.
Yep.
Soft.
So
Builds a 5,000 or 3,000 horsepower car to go 580s. Like, come on. Get your hand off it, mate.
well, go speak to Zion Gadget that's won a championship and he's on his way to winning the second one.
I agree, yes. Okay.
So it's, and again,
He's got his
these
car
guys
dialed
are
in,
drag
but it
racers.
doesn't mean he's not
They're
gay,
not
though.
time board.
Doesn't mean he's
queens.
not gay.
They're drag racers.
Time board points.
I like that
We're
one.
learning.
Yes.
This is good.
It is
Yeah.
good.
So that's the difference
Door
between
slammer is the
door slammer's an Aussie, pro mod,
Yep.
and in America they've got a tighter rule set. They're only allowed 3-speed. We're allowed 5-speed. They're not allowed lock up. We are.
Yep.
So it's not nothing. If you can't say, oh, we go 565 and they only go 573. Well, they've got less power than us and no lock up in 3 gears.
So technically, your car and your car, they're both pro mods.
Yes,
Different
we can turn
induction
Joe's. We can turn John's into a door slammer pretty easily.
Okay. By different blower.
Different blower and get rid of the EFI, the fuel injection, and put
It's mechanical.
mechanical injection on it.
And you're limited to 580 something.
No, that's
it's open.
run what
Oh,
you
door
brung.
slammers,
But what limits you there is the size of the supercharger,
Okay.
The boost.
the boost.
And you got to run
So
a bit
it's
of
a
weight.
bit more versatile. And with a turbo car, I know that they're quicker at the end of the track if you were going to run quarter mile, because I think your turbos can keep.
Yeah, but
Oh,
Mark
they're quick
Mickey's
to the half as
actually
well.
proven that you can make a turbo car fast up front too.
Yeah.
Right.
In generally, you're right. They are slower up front, but there's one or two guys out there that have definitely stepped it up in the last 2 years and made turbo cars real fast up front.
To be honest, that's sort of the reasoning behind why I went down that path.
That was my next question, right? We know why you're going a blower, and
I originally was building a screw blown car.
Okay.
Originally, I had the Pro Charge deal, then I wanted to go screw blower. Then I was looking at Mark Mickey and looking at Todd Moya and seeing what they're doing, and he's been 345 to the half on a big tyre. So that's the fastest door car in the world, period, with a turbo to the half, and 5.1 to the quarter mile, which is the fastest door car in the world to the quarter.
5.1.
That's
quarter
fast.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
So
Insane.
when you look at that and you think, fuck,
Insane.
this guy went 545 and I want to build a screw blown car and I can't go the quarter mile as fast as, you know.
He got
I
offered
want to.
too, didn't he?
Yeah.
That sort of very quickly changed my mind on which power adder I wanted to go to.
I think the other thing too, when you're talking about power adders, is John's car. We wring its neck, literally wring its neck every run to go fast, because it only makes 4,000. Andrew's car makes 5,500 and you'll never use it. So it's less harder on parts. A blower car, you only get 12, 15 runs out of a set of rods. Turbo car, you might get 25 runs out of a set of rods.
Double.
And,
So-
have you got engines? Are you going through engines? Is it hectic in the pits, or it's just if something?
We tested for 5 days straight at Bradenton when it went 537 and we broke one valve spring in 5 days. Is there maintenance in between? 100% there is.
Of course.
Yep.
But breakages, look, everybody has breakages. We could go out tomorrow and break it.
Yeah, but you know what the limit is.
In general, it was really good to us for that.
When we did the radial stuff, so Lights Out and World Series of Pro Mod, we ran those 3 weeks faultless.
Burn a couple of push rods up because it was so cold.
A couple of tips
and the
of
oil
push
was so
rods.
thick. Other than
That
that,
was it. Not one other issue.
M&M
So-
transmission didn't miss a beat.
Yeah,
Racing's
it was
expensive
faultless.
enough, so if you
Yeah,
can keep
it
it
is, man.
reliable.
Yeah.
And every part on these engines now is really manufactured specifically for the application. You're not
Correct.
using any
Yep.
standard.
But nothing's bulletproof.
No, of course not.
You know that with the with the
100%,
RB stuff,
100%.
you've got the best block, best crank, best
Yeah, yeah,
rods,
yeah.
and it'll hang a rod out of it tomorrow for no apparent reason whatsoever, besides the fact that you're trying to make 500 horsepower out of one cylinder that's probably meant to make 200.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, another interesting fact why I went down turbo as well was I look at when I was racing Radial, a lot of the time it was really dependent, and racing with the Pro Charge car was really dependent on getting optimal weather conditions. Like the air had to be perfect, the grains had to be perfect, everything had to be
About the grains with Tim Bailey here.
ideal to be able to go fast. Then you look at what Todd did, 345, 5.1, it was 2,000 feet above.
Yeah, the turbo
Yeah.
car doesn't care. And again, it comes back to it doesn't care because you're only using 4,000 out of your 5,500 horsepower.
Yeah, okay.
So they don't struggle to
Someone
make it.
sleeve, yeah.
But it is much harder to get it to work. Like,
Yes.
if you get it to work,
Is it? Okay.
yeah.
Yep.
If you get it to work,
Power management side of it is very difficult compared to a
They're all
screw-blown
their
car.
own science, I get that, but I didn't realise it was harder to get that combo to work.
it is
So
much.
it makes it
The
more
biggest thing with a turbo car compared to a blower car is a blower car has downforce from the zoomies.
Right, yep, we learned
You
about
walk
that.
past a blower car and it'll blow your hat off. You walk past a turbo car and it's like somebody's burped in your face. So when you're on the two-step, it makes 500 pounds of downforce and tries to keep the nose down, whereas a turbo car makes nothing and it tries to wheel stand. So
the
it changes
RV's
the
a
characteristics of the car. And you know that with the six-cylinder stuff, they turn the bullhorn and it makes a
100%.
difference.
Oh, we learned all
100%.
about it, but standing behind that exhaust, like you knew about it,
Yep.
they move a lot of air.
And a 2J, a problem with a 2J is the exhaust comes out the right-hand side and pushes the car left, which is which way the car wants to go anyway.
Correct.
So we got to put re-steer in our car to try and make it go straight, where the RB does it for it mechanically.
That's where with the Puerto Ricans, they were chasing that. It's like, hang on a second, this is all backwards. And they didn't realise it until we started
Because
getting
the
hits.
RB's a benefit to making a car go straight.
Correct.
Yep.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I like that. It makes sense
Oh
too.
man, yeah.
Very
Crazy shit.
informative session, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Are we done?
Really
You pulling the
appreciate
pin?
it.
I'm starving.
Yeah.
And it's Ashraf's shout.
Let's go.
And I only eat lobsters, yeah?
Guys, thank you so much for coming on. It's been awesome.
Anytime, guys.
Good luck
Appreciate it.
tomorrow.
Good luck
And,
tomorrow, John.
Yeah.
We'll see you
Well
5:30.
done.
John, trust me, try and go as fast as you can.
Wow, he's still beating that
Send
drum.
it, you reckon?
Send it.
It sounds like you're a drag racer, right? It sounds like you always like to send it.
Not with Paul in
see.
his corner, mate.
Okay.
Paul's
okay.
Paul's a championship racer, so.
Paul's a
We'll see you
bitch.
tomorrow. Right, so last night, we're going to take it easy. Just go half track,
I told you they were lying.
feel the car out. 5:46. What do you got to say for yourselves?
Well, we went to half the first hit. Went 365 to half, which is pretty impressive. Went back out. We said to John, let's go to the finish line on the next one. Well, actually, I said, let's go to 1,000 foot.
There was a bit of a miscommunication.
And I said, off, which means get off the throttle. And John's like, there was a bit of a delayed reaction and I went to the finish line. So I went 5:46, 270. John got a speeding ticket. We got a slap on the wrist. You're not allowed to go faster than 260 mile an hour here. So we're going to make some changes, try and go 260, 258, and try and speed it up and make it faster earlier. So the ET shouldn't drop off too much if we get the front half sorted and then slow it down at the back.
Epic result for testing, though. It gives you the data for
I'm
Jambo.
not going to send it.
I thought you were all
run.
joking when you said that we could probably do it on its first hit. Like I thought it was like, oh, they're just fucking around.
It's fresh off the boat. Not even off the trailer. It's off
they
the
were
boat.
that serious. Because it could have really been done on the first hit if you wanted it to.
We could have, yeah.
Yeah, probably
Andrew's
could
peer
have, so.
pressure last night sort of got to me, I think. But
Also not an RB.
that's not an
Oh,
RB, and
God,
it's not a
here we
2J. But look, John did his job. He was pretty impressed with how it did everything, and it did.
Yeah, really
Yeah,
happy.
well done, mate.
Had the shoots out a bit late and put it in the kitty litter, but
You are nuts, by the way.
that looked good. Yeah.
That was lifting the front
good.
wheels and a little sideways, and I'm like, he's got to get off it, and he's like, no,
Yeah, it's pretty
And
wild.
that's how easy a V8 screw-blown Hemi does the job.
Yeah.
Well done, boys.
Hats off.
Thank you, guys.
No worries.
Congratulations. Well done.
Hopefully I'll go 5-3 tomorrow.
The fast life, the fast living. They see the ambition, they know I'm past driven. Look, we are not the same.